Hi, Lizon. How are you? I'm Katherine.
Bonjour, I'm Ben.
We are super fans. We're fans. We love your work. Congratulations on 5 weeks of stunning art created. Um, you know, Going back to kind of summarize what we've seen from you in the last 5 weeks, I'm starting to think we need your number so we can collaborate sometime. Honestly, it's just been such an honor to watch what you've created, and we apologize that this is our first time talking on film. It's just been a crazy month for us, as we know it's been for you. So we wanted to hop on to kind of give you a summary of all of our thoughts and just gush, quite frankly.
Yeah, because you deserve to be gushed over. It's been incredible to watch, and I think what's been so exciting is the way that you have so many ideas, and you've also shown so many different sides of your personality, of the performer's personality, and just you seem very comfortable in all these different realms and being very avant-garde and then also very lyrical, and it's been exciting to watch. It really has been.
We've created videos for the other choreographers, and we often tell other choreographers that in our work, there's a very diverse amount of skills that are necessary to do what we do, between coming up with creative ideas or following others' creative ideas, using the camera, different camera angles, managing many different performers, the list goes on and on, managing props, not managing props, etc. And you've just showcased week after week that so clearly comes naturally to you, and it's something that you're thinking about. So that's why we think not only what a joy to watch your work, but also you're very marketable, quite frankly, right? If we think about who a director or a producer would want to hire. So to go through what we saw in the last 3 weeks, starting with the first piece, this is the only one that we weren't quite as wowed by, and I think that's very clear. It's because you didn't have, quite frankly, the control of all of the environment. So after week 1, we saw that you clearly were particular about the ice, the camera angles, the costuming, etc. It was a full show you were putting on, and we know that wasn't possible for number 1. So you created some cool movement, you chose cool music, you had an awesome skater, of course. So that was cool. It was fun to watch. It was easy. But we really started to dive in and discuss your work at length, starting with week 2, and that was with the 3 characters, the mirror, seeing yourself in the mirror and the reflection of someone sending back upsetting thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And self-reflection.
Yeah, it was powerful, and I'm sorry if you went through that feeling, which I think a lot of people in the sport have experienced that, and you brought it to life in a really powerful way, and we could feel the shame and the guilt and all of those feelings, and the way that you decided to shoot that using the glass, using the plexiglass as the mirror, and actually, just a little side note to highlight how challenging it is for you to have ice time to yourself, right? To shoot this with the Zamboni going at that one time, that was really incredible, the way you were able to make it all happen. Bringing that to life with the pain and the struggle, and your reflection really being your own worst critic, right? And I think we all relate to that in some way. So it's very powerful.
Very powerful. And I think a theme of what we've seen you accomplish is clarity and simplicity with great complexity. And that's a hard balance to strike. So with your board challenge, how exciting to watch the different ways you used the boards, the coloring of the filming, they're manipulating the boards and holding them in different shapes, and then also not. I think you had to have used strings of some sort. That was super exciting. So you kept us going, oh, cool. Whoa, oh, that's awesome. But you stuck with a theme. There were these blue circles and it was very avant-garde. So we could attach to what you were doing and then revel in your play within the world you created. And sometimes we see people with awesome ideas, but it's not in a cohesive form.
Yeah, it felt that piece felt like we were watching a music video. You could have sent that to the artist who wrote that music, and that could have worked as a music video for that piece. It was really the way you used the time. You know, you sped up some of the footage and you slowed it down, and the way you worked it all together, it wasn't something that you could have just performed live, and it was better because of that, right? It was augmented in a way that was really fun to watch.
And then you were given a very intense prompt for week 4 and you met the challenge. Again, mentioning when we're hired to do work, sometimes it's the work is our creative vision, and sometimes it's us following the creative vision of a director or producer. And so you did that very well. Also, following someone else's prompt, and that was clear. I mean, it was intense, it was scary at times, it was intimidating, and you committed. So there wasn't this sense of, okay, I'm gonna act intensely and then I'll skate around like a normal figure skater. The character was there the entire time.
And you brought that out of your performer, right? You really directed that well. She was playing the part, and she was playing it way up to 10, you know?
So coming to week 5, we now see that you're skilled also in using multiple performers. That's another skill, putting them in nice shapes, clarifying your choreography for good unison. Of course, I'm sure we can tell at this point you understand if unison is going to be utilized, it needs to be done well, and you did that phenomenally here. We were intrigued by the movement. We appreciated the repetition and the motifs you created for the poetry. It was just beautiful. The end, lifting the performer at the very end.
And I think that was you performing the poetry, if I'm not mistaken. And so that was brilliantly done too. The timing of the read, the production of putting it all together, it sounded very professional and it worked. And you created rhythm that then the choreography it gave you something interesting to choreograph too as well, and it was beautiful.
So in this challenge of Young Artist Showcase, sometimes everyone's developing, right? We're still developing our work, we're still learning and growing, and there are challenges that come to be. But sometimes people are at different places in their journey of that growth, and we just want to say, wow, you are very far along. Very far along. So keep going, and we're excited to see what you make next. And I don't know, tell Garrett and Kate to give us your email. Maybe sometime we can work together.
We can't wait to see the next project that you would tackle, and it's going to be big, whatever it is. Eventually, keep going. It's going to be great.